Super Idol di Charo, donate me to 10 by Chung for the.
So here's something that was trending a little bit on Twitter. Shroud believes that if Myth Wukong doesn't win Game of the Year, the awards are rigged. Buddy, pal, I love Myth Wukong. It's a pretty solid game so far. Only got a couple hours in it. If you want to watch my gameplay I'm kind of tired right now. Sorry. Well, I'm always tired, but it's getting late. I did like a freaking mud run today, bro. Oh my gosh, my legs are sore. But if you want to watch my gameplay of Myth Wukong, you can check out the VOD is on my YouTube. You can also check out my Twitch whenever I go live if you want to watch it live. But anyways, link in bio. I like the game, but come on now, we in the middle of the year. There's like 5 more months, you know, of games coming out, bro. You gotta chill. I do understand though, because this is like one of the most anticipated fucking games, you know. People been following this shit for years, just like with Elden Ring, and when Elden Ring came out, and you know, yeah, it was pretty fucking beautiful, wonderful game. Love it. Erdtree kind of pissed me off. Shout out to Erdtree, but you know, whatever, sure. Still good game, still a wonderful game. I somewhat agree, but not really. You know, of course, I just said this in the middle of the year. There's more games coming out. 2, you can't really base a game like being game of the year off of like sales, right? I mean, like, so I'm thinking about it like, if I just read this post, they were like, it's already 10 million copies, and it's been like, I don't even think it's been like a week since the game been out, like, publicly, you know, like when the actual game came out. Yeah, like the 19th, I think it came out. It was like 5-6 days, so not even a week, bro. 10 million fucking copies. That's pretty fucking big. But again, you can't really base a game off of like sales and copies and shit, and like, you know, shit like that. But it is very impressive. I do think it'll likely win Game of the Year. I'm saying likely, I'm not saying most likely, because we're still halfway through. There's still like a shit ton of games coming out. But this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it won Game of the Year. So there is that. But yeah, and I already went through the comment section. I'm gonna just read some of the comments. Great game, but it's not going to win Game of the Year. Final Fantasy. Okay, so I seen a couple comments about Final Fantasy. Here's the thing. It's kind of like a remake, so I don't think it'll win, low-key. Like, it's probably really fucking good. I don't play Final Fantasy, you know. I mean, my siblings play that shit, but it's a remake, man. I don't know, right? And I'm still, like, mixed on whether remakes should even be, like, counted as fucking, you know, yeah. Like, even remakes are just, like, fucking, like, what's the other remastered versions? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like recycling the game. Even if they like put a whole bunch of other shit, it's just like still recycling the games. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't think so. I think Myth is still gonna get Game of the Year, low key. Just from all the games that are out now, I think it'll get it. Myth overhyped? I wouldn't say overhyped. It's a pretty good ass game, I will say that, you know. It's like Dark Souls and God of War combined, you know. It's pretty fucking solid, I'm not gonna lie. Fortnite should win. Shroud hasn't played very many games this year. Yeah, there's a shit ton of other games that came out too. For all due respect, there's more games to come out this year. Some sleepers might be in store. Game of the Year is decided when we've been able to see and play all games of said year. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta give it a second, but it seems very likely. For right now, I would say from all the games that are out, I am like 80% sure it'll probably win Game of the Year. 80%. You know, I gotta play more in a game, but I'm 80%, man. Whichever game could possibly. Yeah, they're just spamming Final Fantasy. Stellar Blade is better. Is it really? Is it really? Some people were saying I was about to say Final Blade. Some people were spamming Stellar Blade 2. Horrible take. That's an opinion followed by a hefty assumption. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause it's a very big assumption. We're already halfway through the year, but it's also like there's a lot of copies sold. There's a lot of concurrent players. There's like 2 million to 3 million concurrent players playing right now. It's pretty fucking solid. I think it's the second best selling game on the platform, I think, or some shit. Second or first. Pretty fucking good. I mean, we're not even a weekend. You know, this shit easily can like go to 20 million copies, not gonna lie. And this is only from like Steam and PlayStation. Like, we didn't even have like an Xbox version yet. Everyone forgets Helldivers 2, which unfortunately crashed out, but it had everyone hooked for it now. And this is what I was gonna go to in a second. I'll go to that in a second. Tell me any game better. Just yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't really think there's any other top runners except for, I mean, I guess everyone's spamming Final Fantasy, and then like there's some Stellar Blades in there. Then you got Dragon's Dogma 2, which, I mean, it's not gonna get it, but there's a lot of hype for the game. It is a very solid C. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a very solid C. Now people will say it's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 type shit. It's a solid C for me, bro. I don't think you can go any higher than like a fucking 7.5 or 8. That's it. Like, it shit. That's my opinion. I mean, I'll make a video on that later. I got like a bunch of videos to make. But Actman says, I like how people forget that Helldivers 2 came out this year. Here's the thing of Helldivers 2. So, did the Helldivers 2 devs? Yeah, you gotta, you know, yeah. Yeah. But anyways, Helldivers 2, it's not winning. I'm sorry, Actman. I'm sorry. I gotta disagree with you on this one. Helldivers 2 is not winning. I dropped that game so fucking quickly, bad. It's not even just me, but like, it just like, and it's a multiplayer game too. It's like meant to be replayed and shit. I dropped that shit so fucking quickly. I don't think there's like, the content in there didn't keep me hooked, man. It didn't keep me hooked. It really didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It still has a pretty healthy fan base. There's like 30k people in there on average right now. 30 to 50k still play. Last time I saw those numbers was like several weeks ago, so I don't know if it changed too much now. But it's a solid, I don't even think I want to rate it. If I rate it, it's going to be, well, it'd probably be like a 6 out of 10 for me. But it's not really my type of game, you know? You're just doing the same shit over and over again. Yada, yada, yada. I already explained this in another video, I think. Yeah, go watch it, whatever. But that's just my opinion on the game. It's, I mean, other people really, really like it. Give it a higher score. Either way, it's most likely not going to win. It was superly overhyped. It's still a good game. It's just not game of the year material. We didn't forget, it's just not winning game of the year. Helldivers 2 should win game of the 2 months, because that's about how long it lasted before it fell out of running for the whole year. Yeah, I mean, it was solid for a good month or two. Then after that, and I wouldn't even say it was because of PlayStation, like, removing it from like half the countries in existence, you know? It was still gonna fall off because of the type of game it is, you know? And then also it was just falling off just because, you know, it was stupidly overhyped. There it is, you know, like, it's a solid game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's not getting game of the year, you know. Amazing for the first dozen hours you play it, then you get tired of grinding for samples equivalent. Yeah, I dropped it after 3 hours because I knew, bro, like, there's too many games like that for me to not tell what's happening. You know, I'm not gonna put in 50 hours and then just be like, you know what? I'm not really, you know, yeah. I smelled it coming, so I just dropped the game, man. Also got bored. Yeah. Biggest pummel of the year, we all know it. Don't get us started. There's a reason we ever beat up again. I like how people just forget the slew controversies. Yes. Whose fault is that? More like game of the month. To be honest, yeah, it was game of February. Power World had January. I don't even think Power World's gonna get game of the year. It'll get some nominations. Like, these games are gonna get nominations, right? But for game of the year, you can't really be having that many flaws and shit, right? You know, that's why I'm just like, on Dragon's Dogma 2 getting, like, you know, a nomination. It probably will because of hype. It probably will. The combat in the game is pretty fucking solid. Like, it's actually enjoyable. Just some other aspects that fucked up the game, in my opinion. I don't think it'll win game. Yeah, it won't. It won't. I don't know what Actman is on. I would actually, is he high or something? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I would not think Ackman would have this opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Especially because he reviews games and shit just like me. I'm just thinking like, and he has pretty much the same taste as me. I'm thinking like, what do you want, Ackman? What do you want? Rebirth. Give it to the Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, let's give the, actually, it's gonna win DLC of the year. But we should probably get that shit like a Game of the Year nomination, not gonna lie. That'd actually be hilarious. I'd love that. I mean, don't, like, give it Game of the Year, right? Like, it's like a DLC, but, like, nomination, I'd like that shit. That'd be funny as hell. Nah, don't actually do it, though. We don't want to start that fucking trend. It'd be funny if it did get it. Like, I'd actually allow it. That's the one thing I would allow. Anyways, Wukong's better than Helldivers 2. One of the biggest fans of Helldivers 2, but the lack in quality of the updates, repetitive nature of the game, the horrible buffs and nerfs, it's just like devs abandoned the game. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, the repetitive nature is the main thing that got me out. Like, I just stopped it. I already knew what it was going to turn into after doing, like, you know, hitting level 10 and shit. Anyways, that's it. What do you think? You think if it doesn't win, it's going to be rigged? Maybe we got to wait for everything else coming out. I mean, I am very biased to Dragon Age, but we got, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, chill out, bro. But don't get me started. Ah, shit. I'll protect Dragon Age from my life, bro. No, I'm playing. But I do want to see what'll happen to Dragon Age, though. Not gonna lie. I'm hoping it gets at least a nomination. But I won't be mad if it doesn't win Game of the Year. Because I don't think it will at this. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty solid, but if they stuck to like the format of the other 3 games in terms of like combat and shit, it would probably be a little less negativity towards it, and then, you know, it'd probably like change the public normie perception of the game so that they'd all enjoy the game and buy it and shit. But I mean, we'll see when the game comes out. You know, we don't need to, you know, sales don't really determine, you know, right, you know. I mean, partially, like, although, you know, it means people playing the game, but, you know, yeah. I don't know what I'm yapping about. I'm tired of shit, but yeah, just ignore that last 1 minute. But anyways, yeah, I want to see what Dragon Age does. That's one of my favorite series of all time. It was Halo, but we already, we know. Anyways, that's it. What do you think? You think Myth Wukong gonna get Game of the Year? From right now, in August, I think it will. It's a pretty solid game. I think it will. We'll see. Let's see a couple of weeks from now, and then like end of the year. We'll see, man. We'll see. Because I didn't finish the game yet. Like, I'm still in the beginning. So, yeah. So that's it.
Shot at a black man and took his shoes. Customized my AR like a Black Ops 2. Just scammed a white kid out of some Gorilla Glue. I don't wanna fuck this bitch, she smell like poo-poo.